You're listening to Ashtrays and Action Figures on Detroit's own MNE Radio.
Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, yeah.
It was real preemptive with them gunshots.
Hell yeah. I was just, hey man, I'm just trying to let them know. It is episode 8.
It is number 8.
Wake your goat mouth ass up. Welcome back to Ashtrays and Action Figures. It's a new day. We're here trying to do it for you.
You should be giving up 50% more on how you pay them.
Right. We are back. We are here right now.
It is here. It is now.
If you are on Twitter, you hit us up at Radio AAF, and if you are on the Instagram, you can hit us up at Ashtrays and Action Figures.
Right, and there's mad shots of me and Jamie on there naked.
No, there's not.
And I believe there's like addresses of key individuals.
Wait a minute.
George
no,
I'm trying to get people to go there. Ooh. I forgot to grab a paper.
Look, man.
But I'll go back. Look,
we got a good show for people tonight. To now.
Let's see.
What? I was alarmed by that. You were like, what? I was partially scared about what the hell was going on.
I was jarred. No, look. There's all kinds of stuff to talk about. We got the great interviews today. We got 5 questions with a superstar. And I'm telling you that I don't think people are ready for that one.
Michael Berryman, absolutely. It's going down. And also,
you guys get to hear him
Leanna Quigley.
Yes, I was waiting for him to say it wrong again.
Damn it, I said it wrong.
He said it wrong. I'm
not sure how to say it right or wrong. We'll find out when we talk to her. We'll have her clear that up.
All right.
And we'll see who will be right and then wrong and then.
I went and seen a kick-ass movie.
What movie did you see?
Well, I wanted to go see Deadpool again, but I guess I screwed the times up. So the only thing that was playing so I didn't lose money was a movie called Zootopia.
Okay, I heard that's good. I heard that's actually mad entertaining.
Angry.
Angry?
Because I went to.
It wasn't what you wanted to see. Right. It wasn't what you wanted to see.
But when I tell you that movie had me out loud laughing,
yes.
LOLing,
yes. LOLing,
LOLing.
That's right.
Right
that's
there,
good.
At least 4 good times.
That's good shit
for any movie. You know what I mean? That's really good for me. So I want you to see it, and everybody else go see it because I thought it was fucking hilarious.
I can't remember when there was the last time I seen one like that, but I know they do exist. That there, it might have been Baymax.
Okay,
it might have been or Big Hero 6. Yeah. Yes. Pinch Punk Hero. Yeah,
that's twice today.
That's twice today. Yeah, hell yeah.
But they got Funkos for everything.
Yeah, they do. They
everything.
Absolutely do.
But what I'm wondering is what Funko Pop don't they have? What line? And I have a good one. I'm not sharing it.
I got one that I think that they don't have too. I mean, they have a lot of intellectual properties.
It's unbelievable.
And they seem to be like locking down more and more every day, but there's still a few out there that they don't have, and I want to know, what do you think?
What do you guys think?
What do you think? What do you think? And also another topic we need to drop in your eardrums
to address
is what's up with all the sexism. Too much hate over the female cast in the new Ghostbusters film. People are outraged and hating over a fucking trailer.
Jeez,
and it's a little silly. And are you offended about it, or
does that really piss you off that it's women?
I mean, does it? Or you know what I mean? We want to know.
I want to know. So no Ghostbusters because it wouldn't have happened, or this. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't get what the big deal is.
My original confusion was I thought that this was going to be a reboot of the original one with females playing the characters.
Venkman and everything.
Right.
Okay.
So then it would be Patricia Venkman or whatnot to keep the P for Peter.
Now that might upset me a little bit.
Right. Agreed. Yeah. But when I found out that it wasn't, I was like, oh, that's refreshing. That kicks ass because now it's cool because it's a different team.
And they can make it today.
And they kind of they each have their throwback to their what would it be, their predecessors?
Yeah, there's got to be a tie-in somewhere.
Right.
But I think people are losing it for no reason.
They're losing their G-damn minds. They're threatening these ladies on Twitter and all this shit. Kate McKinnon and Melissa McCartney and Kristen Wiig and Leslie Jones are actually getting hate mail from people being like, you You murdered my child. Quit. Wow, that's insane.
Number one, it's a movie, bro.
Sound off. We want to know what you think. Call us. Give us a call at 734-744-8210.
8210.
8210. 734-744-8210.
8210.
Call us right now.
Damn
it!
Oh, they're throwing tomatoes at us.
Clearly just, it was random.
You got your passport ready? Are you ready?
I believe I'm ready. I think I'm ready.
We're leaving in like mere weeks
to go to Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
A little bit in the States too, though.
Yeah.
Not as much as we would have liked, but
it kicks off March 22nd in Barrie, Ontario.
Yeah.
And then it's going to go across the Great White North of Canada. Canada.
I've never been to Canada.
all along the way.
Yeah, I'm down. And
we got Blaze, Boondocks, Lex the Hexmaster. It's fixing to be a party.
First time we went to Canada, they were like, "Hey man, I don't know. I don't know. This is going to be crazy."
Yeah.
The second time we went,
they're very thorough at the border, if you know what I mean.
No, I just mean show-wise. Like attendance-wise, people showing up and us leaving our mark in Canada. The second time we go, it was like, oh, shit,
They were even more thorough that time.
And now this time, we're not even there yet. And they're like, bro, it is out of control.
Right.
So we are anticipating the absolute Canadian bees
So
knees,
if you are
will.
from Canada, come down and check us out when we're in your neck of the woods. You can check out all the tour dates on twistedshop.com right now.
Then we come back through the States for a few, right?
Yeah.
And we got the band with us.
We do indeed.
Yep.
We do indeed.
Yep. We change up the roster a bit.
We do. It keeps changing. I know at some point Davey Suicide jumps on.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
It's any one of the shows on any stop of the tour is definitely a show to see. Regardless of what the lineup may fluctuate and change, it's going to be always fresh.
And it all culminates in the grand tradition that is...
Right, 420. Yeah, I just put that down. Thank you. The fourth annual 420 show. Pontiac, Michigan. Tickets are on sale now. Twiztid and the Wickedness, Blaze, Boondocks, the ROC, Lex the Hexmaster, Davey Suicide, and more.
Wow, man. Well, I can't wait for everybody to hear our new weed song. I'm telling you.
I'm saying yes.
It's great.
Yes. And again, tickets and VIPs and all that greatness are twistedshop.com. Check it out.
You
can find out all you need to know there.
We haven't just done a straight up weed song in a long time.
Right. No, agreed. It's gonna own.
It's gonna pone
in levels that things could never yet been owned in, man.
They're here.
I wasn't looking at his neck, man.
Well, speaking of police sirens, fucking Cat Williams got arrested again.
Yeah, okay, explain that to me now. What happened with Cat Williams?
All right, look, I'll give you the last 10 days of this man's life.
There's 10 days?
10 days. We'll go back, right?
Holy shit.
Day 10.
Uh-huh.
He gets arrested for some dumb shit about getting into a fight with a guy because the guy was filming him. And he didn't like that, so he hit the camera out of the guy's hand and then gave him a sweet right hook.
Okay.
Gets arrested for that. He gets arrested for pulling out a gun on a bunch of women and another thing. And then he does this fucking thing, this like internet social media blitz on Kevin Hart. Like saying, fuck Kevin Hart right up his white dick sucking ass. Like, I mean.
Wow, what's going on with all that?
And this is out of the blue. Out of the blue. So then he comes out and he apologizes for it. He's like, hey, man, I went way too far. I should have never said that about Kevin. I don't mean it. And he,
well, that was nice.
I like when he equivocated it to like Steph Curry taking jump shots. He can't make them all. Like, and for Steph Curry to be like, no, I make every shot that I shoot is a misconception. So he was like, I did something and I missed completely and it was his fault. Love that, right? Then he goes to the Beanie Siegel concert and straight up attacks a man on stage.
What is going on?
Attacks a man during a performance. Listen, they said during the first act, he comes out with the first act and he just starts doing push-ups on the stage. And then another guy comes out to do his performance and he's out there and he's bouncing around and people are like, what the fuck, what is going on?
Meth is a powerful drug, man.
At the end of Beanie Siegel, he fucking bum rushes a guy with what I can only describe as like a flying elbow, man. It was not a move that looked new to him. Wow. It looked like this is his go-to move.
Either that or he's been working on that one. That's the newest one.
Whack. And then all of a sudden, the next thing you see is backs, right? dude's backs, and you hear the commotion, and then it parts for a little bit, and it's people just kicking Cat Williams in the head and in the ribs, and just putting the beats to him.
Wow.
He comes out after that with a video saying that none of it hurt. He left with all of his jewelry. It was crazy. And now, today,
what the hell?
He gets arrested again because he basically told his security team to beat up a member of the security team because he wouldn't do something illegal.
This is a new DVD he's putting out called...
And that's where I'm going with it.
Right.
And then today they announced the world tour for Cat Williams.
Okay.
And what do you think, man? Do you think this is like him plotting out, look, I can just go do a bunch of random dumb shit and just get it popping again?
I mean,
or do you think he's going through something? Is he going through a Bobby and a Whitney? Is he going through a Bobby and a Whitley?
At first, I was like, meth is a powerful drug.
Right, is he going through a DMX? Like, what are we doing? Are we about to lose another one of our great ones?
That's where I was gravitating to with it, but after hearing all that, I mean, it's like, I don't know, maybe he might just be, because I came to that conclusion by the time you said it. I was like, oh, he's making a new comedy DVD.
Right.
It's new material, it's new play. Well, you know, I was in that place in my mind at that time, and
it's not like
new material.
I can't see how
by
it would be
stories,
planned out.
You know what I mean? Validated by actual stories.
The guy that got punched in the face, I'm sorry, he looked like such a bitch.
Oh my God.
It was
so
off the
ridiculous.
hook. But yeah, from when I get Cat Williams to turn up on you quickly. So
wow, watch out for Cat Williams out there. Do you think Cat Williams is wrong for wilding out like that? And no, more importantly, let's ask the hard-hitting questions here tonight. Do you think Cat Williams is on some kind of drugs?
Yeah, or do you think he's just promoting his record?
Or do you think he's making a fucking new comedy DVD or some shit? Let's go to the phone lines. Let's see where we're at. We want to know some shit.
What up, TJ? Are you in the hack?
TJ.
Yeah.
A Funko brand that's never been made yet. What is it? Tell it.
What?
A Funko brand that's never been made yet. Tell it.
They're shooting at us.
They're shooting at us, man.
Say something
quick.
A Funko brand?
Oh my God.
Funko Pops. All right, wait. Move to the next one. Wait. Did he get disconnected?
No.
They're still shooting it. Okay, look.
No, yes, he did.
Oh, he got. All right, sorry about that, bro.
Look, we're going out to Oregon. Chris, are you there?
Chris?
Yes.
Do you know what? Do you know what Funko Pops are?
I do not.
You do not. Okay. Do you know about sexism in America? Do you know about people hating on the new Ghostbusters
Are
movie?
you one of the people sending the death threats, or are you embracing the new thing that is the female Ghostbuster?
Right. What side are you on, man?
I love the Ghostbusters regardless.
All right. That's what we want to hear.
You said they could have fucking paraded out the Village People, and you're going to see. You don't give a shit.
You're like anybody in a jumpsuit and a proton pack.
I like
and
that,
back.
though. That's all it should be.
Fair enough. I mean, well, not anybody, but I mean, you know, make it interesting, make it fresh. Just don't hate because of a person's sex or gender or fucking color or whatever.
All right, so what we're gonna do? We'll give you 15 minutes, everybody, to think of the 4 people you would have. What's your cast of Ghostbusters?
That's what the people need to do, but they're not doing that.
Here's
they're
my
just
first
straight
pick.
Up bashing the ladies. They're just bashing them. Like
First pick. I just put my finger on his lips.
Oh my God! Don't touch me.
First pick is The Rock. I want The Rock in it because he's the goddamn Rock.
All right, so wait.
Okay.
All right.
That's number 1. Number 2 is Kenny Rogers, the gambler, and not the old Detroit Tiger baseball player, the singer.
Yeah, all right, so The Rock, Kenny Rogers.
Yeah, Kenny Rogers is the new Slimer. Instead of chasing around Slimer, they're chasing around this head with this massive amount of hair.
So it's just Kenny Rogers' head.
Yes.
We're doing a lot. We're doing green screen work.
Right, exactly.
All right.
I'd keep Kristen Wiig.
Yes.
I'd keep Melissa McCarthy.
Okay.
I think those 2 are great.
All right.
But I'd surround them with one more.
Okay.
And that's Daryl Dixon, but he has to be Daryl Dixon. There's my cast. There's my villain.
That
or sidekick or whatever.
Fucking awesome. Holy shit.
But who gives a shit what I think?
No, that was fucking great. I don't care. That was fucking awesome. All right, thanks for calling, man.
Thank you, brother. We love you.
All right, holy shit.
That's all right. I like that cast.
That was a dope ass cast. I was gonna start asking who played what.
Who played what? Okay.
But you said that the one one guy was Kenny Rogers. His head was just
Was
Slimer.
Slimer, yes.
There was definitely green
Yes.
screen work happening in there, which is a good thing. I
Yes.
like that. But people are hating on that too.
I don't know why.
They're saying it's too goddamn CGI'd in the
Come
80s. In my
on.
day, we didn't have to do all that, and it looked cool.
We didn't
Now
have
it
all
looks-
that 3D, man. It was 2D,
Yeah,
and we lived with it.
Now it looks like now it just looks like a video game, and I'm like, what the fuck,
Right.
man? You
Raz,
can make-
what are you thinking? Are you hating the new goddamn Ghostbusters, or are you loving it?
I'm gonna have to say I'm gonna love it, man.
Okay.
All right.
But everything's gonna be all digital anyways, man. You know what I mean?
Right, what do you
mean,
think?
right.
They think they've created a real Slimer. Here it is. We
Right.
made him in Germany. He's really slowing things. It is insane.
I mean,
Like,
do they
what
honestly think that if they did anything less?
I honestly think they should have had Anna Nicole Smith play Slimer.
That would have been dope.
Yes.
That would have been dope. At least their vagina. That would have been
Oh
down
my
with
God,
that.
you guys
I
are,
would
you
have been
guys
down
are
with that.
nasty, gnarly dudes.
What up, Raz?
Hey, Twiztid.
Yo.
What up, man?
Hey, guess who my girl is?
Who?
Sugar Waffle.
Hell yeah.
Wait. You just shot him right off the phone.
I don't know, man.
Shouts out to Sugar
Shots
Waffles
out to Sugar Waffle.
and my man Raz. Let me
All
ask
up in
you
the house
this.
tonight. Yeah, yeah.
I'm going to ask you this. Then.
All right, ask me.
Which one of the 4 chicks are you banging?
For the
Ghostbusters. Like, who is it? You get to bang one.
Everybody's saying, and I might be agreeing with them. I have to really think about it. But when the one chick licks the guns,
Okay.
they're saying that's. I mean, that's probably about the hottest, the hottest.
Yeah.
Scene.
I'm going to throw you a
segment.
wild card. I'm going to say Slimer because I'm not sure that Slimer's actually a full-on male. I think he could go either way he wanted, adapted to whatever situation he is.
Fair enough. They've never.
Let's
I
go to
wonder
the
if they've ever
phones.
deemed him.
I don't
a
know.
male.
They
That's
didn't.
great.
It's like SpongeBob.
It's just right.
He's
right.
asexual.
It's implied.
Kiki, are you there?
Implied.
Yes, I am.
Let me ask you this, Keek.
What's up?
Does the new Ghostbusters piss you off, or are you riding with it?
I mean, you are. Girl.
Are you in the fucking back of the wagon?
Right. What the fuck? We gonna find us some of them girls.
Well, actually, I'm gonna ride with it for right now. Only reason being is because it's new age, and we're just trying to catch up with the time.
We're just trying to keep what was grand alive.
That's exactly
We don't want it to die.
Right.
Because movies suck today.
And if they just keep remaking shit and breathing fresh life into old franchises,
Maybe
it's
it'll
giving it a
rekindle
chance
some
to-
influence. I
Right.
don't know.
He's the one who taught me that shit. I always give him props for that because it's true. Every time it's like a new franchise happens, like it or hate it, it continues that franchise. It makes it another generation. We'll see another generation of kids will point to that green blob and be like, Slimer.
Right.
Oh, look, the Ghostbusters.
Our
It's-
legends get to live on.
100%, and that's what's cool about it. So,
Now-
just on GP alone of that fact, it's cool.
Right. If they change Slimer to like a Pac-Man ghost, I'd have a fucking problem with it.
Right, and that's the thing. They kept him true, but the villain, everybody's beefing about the villain too because they're saying it's the guy that comes through the ghost.
I don't get, man.
They
People
just
are ridiculous.
bitch
People are just being
everything!
so
Right.
about it. That's it.
Right.
Motherfuckers!
Right. It's absolutely ridiculous.
All right,
Kiki,
do
goddamn.
you know what Funko Pops are?
Yes, I do.
Okay, do you know how they have like every fucking franchise under the moon? Can you think of one that they don't have that you're like, damn, why don't they have that one?
They should have that.
They should have that one.
They should have that.
Ooh, God. Shoot. I really can't think of any right now. Not right on top of my head.
All right, well, thank you for calling. We appreciate your call tonight.
We
Hell
love
yeah.
you anyway. You know we
Yeah.
still love you. It ain't got nothing to do with that. We just wish
Right.
you knew. Think about it,
Think
people.
about it.
Funko Pop, they have everything from fucking Elvis to aliens
Yeah.
and everything in
X-Files,
between.
Sports people.
But they are missing some. There's a
yeah,
few.
They got them.
And when I'm telling
Yeah, fuck yeah.
fucking my main man Jaime nailed one.
Hey, I
And think I might have nailed one as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we want to know what you guys think. Enough of what we
Right,
think.
right.
Gives a shit.
That's
We're
what's
going
great.
right back to it. Josh,
Hey, what's up, man?
What's up?
how are you, Josh-a-tron, bro? Listen to me.
Dude, do you think so is Cat Williams, is he on the dopes? Or
I'm
do you
not a
think
Cat Williams
do you
fan.
think he's making a new DVD? He's setting up skits and bits for his new DVD. Where you at with it?
Fucking
Yeah, I think he's getting that controversy stirred up for it. You
Okay,
know?
so you're not
Get that
thinking it's the
publicity.
drugs so much. You're like not so much with the drugs, but definitely with the
Listen,
skits and
they
bits.
raided his house, and all they found was guns, weed, and Xanax. None of that makes you do what he was doing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No,
right,
no,
right.
no. We all got that.
Right.
Okay, right,
We
right.
all got that.
100%. So I'm siding with.
I took a Xanax.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Damn.
Remember when Gangsta Boo said that? That was dope.
But I think he's doing it for promo.
Right.
I really do.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Absolutely.
Okay.
I do too.
Okay, what about this Ghostbuster thing? Are you with the girls being are you against it? Are you for it? You don't give a shit?
You know, my deal on it is I think some movies should never be remade. You know, like Back to the Future,
I can-
Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
can
I think movies that shouldn't be remade are shit like Gone with the Wind, like pieces of American literature. Not
Right,
fucking
fair enough,
Ghostbusters.
fair
like
enough.
Ghostbusters.
like, you know, it's
Like,
inevitable. All of those intellectual properties will be remade into movies. The Goonies,
Yeah,
it's gonna
I heard-
happen.
Yeah.
Monster Squad, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. You
I
will
love
see
Monster
those.
Squad.
I just
So do
watched
I.
both of
So do I.
those.
And I promise you, we will sit here again and we will talk about how everybody's
Right.
pissed about the cast of the new Monster
You
Squad.
see the
movie.
Monster Squad's a bunch of 30-year-olds.
Right, right. And that's what somebody said. They were like, did you expect it to be 60-year-old Dan Aykroyd to come out there and go bust some ghosts?
Right.
No. So they're, you know, it's a new day. It's a different
I thought
take.
the easy way to go is it's their sons.
Or
They were
right,
like, fuck
right.
that, make it not even related to that.
Right, it's completely
It's
tripped
just
out.
women.
It's like it's just 30 years ago there was a different team. 30 years ago now there's a new team.
Yep.
Fuck it, and they're busting ghosts, and it's just similarities in the story to make
Because
it the
busting
story.
makes me feel good.
or that was their segue to make it be. You know.
Yeah.
I love it. I think it's great. I can't wait to see it. I think it had me laughing. It had me excited. I think it looks cool.
What are you thinking?
And what,
I
yeah.
think it could be cool, but like, just for certain classic movies, you know, like Beetlejuice. I
You
heard
can
they were
always.
gonna
They're
remake
redoing
Beetlejuice.
that too. You're fucked, man.
But-
You're gonna fuck with all.
But if they
all your
don't
shit.
redo it, it dies.
You're right. It's true because after a while you'll
It
say
dies with
Beetlejuice
us.
and no one will know what it is but you.
Because if I
everyone
go
will
to
be-
my kids right now and I'm like Beetlejuice, they're like Goonie Goo Goo,
Right, what
motherfucker,
the
right
fuck?
back
What-
to you. What the
did-
fuck is
did
a
you?
Beetlejuice?
You didn't bring it in the house, did you?
Right.
That's what they're probably gonna
It
say.
sounds like something contagious.
Right, but because
Yeah.
they relaunched that shit and it becomes, you know, on television and on posters in the movie theaters, they see it, they become comfortable with it. Oh, that's Beetlejuice, that guy with the fucking with the suit on, the striped suit or whatever.
Right.
They might change them, and then everybody will lose their mind. See how they got Beetlejuice?
No,
looking?
you hear who they got to play Beetlejuice, the new one?
Oh.
Danny DeVito.
Get out.
That's awesome.
Oh, shit. All right, thanks for calling, man.
Thanks for kicking it with us,
Have
Josh.
a good night, Josh. That's fucking dope.
I mean, so what we're
Holy
getting, we're
shit.
not getting any of the hate for Ghostbusters.
I'm not seeing it at all.
No, not at all.
So what we're gonna do is I wanna brew everything down. We're gonna play a couple songs.
Let it marinate.
And we're gonna marinate it for a minute. We're gonna come back and we're gonna do. Let's see if we can't get Michael on the phone. Let's see if we can't get a call to Michael.
Okay.
Michael, are you home?
Michael, you're listening.
Michael, are you listening? We're calling.
Michael Jordan, Kobe
So-
Bryant, 40-50 pound, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan. What,
All
man?
right, so hang on, hang tight. We'll be right back after this on Ashtrays and Action Figures. It's 5 questions with a superstar. Special guest Michael Berryman.
Who rang that bell?
Uh-oh.
Hey, what's up,
Uh-oh.
man? How are you?
I'm doing great.
You doing good? Hey, are you down to do this interview with us real quick?
Well, I'm living to do it.
All right,
You
awesome.
can hear us okay?
I hear you real good.
Awesome.
All right, cool, man.
All right,
Thanks.
let's
All
get
right,
into it.
Let's
then.
do it. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for tonight's 5 questions with a superstar with special guest Michael Berryman. Yeah. All right, Michael, are you there? Yeah.
That was Pluto.
Hell yeah. Yeah, it was. That's what. Okay. All right. Look, we're all ready to get started. Look, you started in Academy Award winning films like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Man.
As Ellis in 75. Then in Wes Craven's Hills Have Eyes in 77, you were Pluto. We established that. You actually reprised the role in 85's Hills Have Eyes Part 2. I want to know, do you feel more comfortable playing the darker tone characters? Is that home? Is that like I gravitate to that role, or do you like aspire you're like I want to play something else? Or,
I shall be a thespian.
right. You're like I want to do Hamlet. or you're like, no, hell no, this is me. This is my calling.
First of all, I would say I like a really good story, and I appreciate a good director, someone who can really bring the story to life. When I met Wes Craven and Peter Locke, I sat down with them, and he talked about the McBean family and the history based on fact of this type of family. So the interactions between the characters and these two families is a parallel to show some of society's situation.
So rad. He is dropping knowledge on you guys. Sorry.
You do that by comparison. You do that by creating a fictional character, and then you juxtaposition that against what happens in the real day to day. So yes, I like all types of roles.
All right.
I don't always tell my manager, it's got to be a horror movie, it's got to be a scary movie.
Fair enough.
Because if I did that, I'd be working a lot less, and I love to work. I love the art of telling stories. Yeah,
that's awesome. But I love that too. I love how you're passionate about the actual storytelling, and that it's got to be a solid story for you to get on board. Yeah, that it matters. That's a quality person right there.
You know what? That's the key to longevity, I believe, as well. It's not taking everything at your doorstep and really having some type of integrity. And we love you for that.
We do. We absolutely love you for that. Okay, hold on. Random question. We here at Ashtrays and Action Figures, we always focus on superheroes and toys. What kind of toys did you play with as a kid?
Yeah, and if there was one that you could have kept, it would have been BAM.
Yep.
Well, I grew up on old school science fiction.
Okay.
Nice.
So I was upset when King Kong died. I was upset when
That's cool.
Godzilla got disintegrated. I wanted Godzilla to go to the deepest depths of the ocean and be safe.
See? Yeah, hell yeah. You're always rooting for the bad guy. That's awesome. Hell yeah.
They're misunderstood.
I got it. I know. I'm on your team. Yeah. I love it. I love it. That's fucking awesome. Hell yeah.
We put ourselves in that category.
We do. We absolutely do. That's why we relate so well. That's great. Holy shit.
It's like, a misfit sometimes have the right message.
Yeah, absolutely. You got it.
They're just maybe talking to the wrong people.
Right? So
if you have to explain yourself too much, you might want to question who you're hanging with. As a kid growing up, I had a line-out train set.
That's awesome.
And I had comic books. I loved all DC. Yes. Marvel wasn't really happening too much yet, but I was a DC comic guy.
Oh, you're so rad for that.
I actually drew out pictures for Batman and Robin suits that my next youngest brother and I could be Batman and Robin.
That's
my
so
uncle worked
cool.
at NASA, and he worked on the X-15 and other secret stuff, and I would make designs, and he would hang them, put them up in his office, and
that's
I thought maybe
awesome.
someday he would come by our house and go, oh, here's that invisibility flying suit.
Yes, that you drew. Right, absolutely.
That you wanted that.
Yeah. So wait. So you say comics? Do you have any of these comics left? Do you have any of the toys? Do you have the train set? Do you have any of the stuff still in the collection?
Well, I had a line-out train set. I had a lot of DC comics. Some of them all first editions, and my mother gave them all away when I went to college. So I hear that story all the time.
Yeah, I know. I was going to say the same thing. Like, I've heard that story with Star Wars figures, and
if you weren't my mother.
Right. My mom threw all my baseball cards away. Like, oh my God, you know how many of those moms and brothers and uncles and aunts are probably kicking themselves in the ass for the millions of dollars worth of amazing collectibles and just all around cool shit.
I had a signed Sandy Koufax.
I can't even imagine what the value on that would be. That's amazing.
So grade it out.
So I don't want to think about it. I might cry.
Right. Okay, so then let me ask you that. We'll back to it. What if you could have one of them back? What would it be? Would it be the Koufax auto? Is that what it was? That's what you're thinking?
Or the train set?
Would it be the train set?
Yes.
Which has more memories?
Well, actually, I had more memories with the train set, but I had a more intense memory with Sandy Koufax. Because I was at Dodger Stadium and watched him pitch a perfect game.
Oh man!
And in the glass half full.
And he signed it. That day.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Koufax card would probably be the more valuable of the two.
Oh, that Lionel stuff is worth a lot of money, though.
It truly is. But the Koufax with the auto is
nice.
probably
very nice.
Absolutely.
I'm an immense sports fan.
He loves it.
The last 3 innings of the game, everybody was on their feet for the whole last 3 innings. It was insane.
That's great.
Grown men were swinging the bat and looked like it went right through the ball. And in those days, they didn't throw the bat and they didn't break them over their knee. They weren't crybabies.
They weren't all hopped up on the juice.
That's probably it. They were, all roided up.
They were real players.
They weren't doing steroids. These were athletes that worked real hard and
did it the old-fashioned way, just by being athletic.
Are you still a sports fan?
I loved what they did. He was an artist.
That doesn't count as one of our questions, goddammit.
No. Are you still a sports fan?
Michael, if you answer this question, it does not count as one of our questions. Monoxide has an impromptu question. It's not one of the 5, but go ahead. If you answer it, it's on you. Go ahead.
Are you still a sports fan?
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. I like Wisconsin. I'm a Green Bay cheesehead.
Yes.
Aaron Rodgers.
There it is. Hell yeah.
And I also love golf, and I also like billiards.
Okay, nice. Now I fancy myself a horrible billiards player, so maybe one day
he absolutely is.
We'll get together.
He absolutely is.
Sure.
All right, I'm sorry.
I'll drink beers while you guys play horrible golf. It'll be great. It'll be a great time. All right, look, check it out. This was my number 3. In 2007, you won the Igor Award for career contribution in horror genre. Okay. What I want to know is, do you feel there are any more unsung horror legends out there like yourself that just don't get that kind of acknowledgement? I mean, look how long it took for you to get that kind of nod. That people to be like, hey man, give this motherfucker an award. He is amazing.
Right.
It's like, is there anyone else out there like that you're like, you know what? He never got one, and he's just as cool as I am. You know what I mean? Like, who would that be?
Yes. Well, what comes to mind immediately is my dear friend Kane Hodder.
Nice.
Oh, wow. Yeah, he's a good pal of ours too. Yeah, he's a good dude. Kane's all right.
Kane is awesome.
You guys just did Smothered.
Yeah.
Yes, his autobiography is very interesting, but we did a movie together called Ed Gein, the Butcher of Plansfield.
Yep,
Yes,
I know it. Yep.
And we're in the opening first 15 minutes or so of the film, and he was so excited to be in the truck with me and having dialogue.
That's
and he was
awesome.
like a giddy little kid.
Yeah.
We were getting ready we had the walkie-talkies at night. We're out at the ranch, and I go, man, this is great. You had some really good lines. I says, man, you have a dramatic role. You know, you're not just a stuntman. He's a great stuntman, by the way.
Absolutely.
One of the best. A very safe coordinator. I love that. And the scene where before he kills me with the shovel, and we're having our conversations, and it was, as a director, if I didn't even know these actors and saw that scene, I was going, wow, was really well performed. So I believe that Kane deserves more dramatic roles, because the guy, he's so intense, but he has a soft side that.
Yeah. No, something to be said of his character. He's very passionate about his work, and he's very passionate about doing it taking it to that limit. You know what I mean? Like, he really
He's
knows
another one. He has integrity.
Exactly.
And it comes through.
And it really shows. Absolutely. Very, very, very good answer. All right, cool. Number 2.
Well, I just want to say, you know where I think Kane would be awesome in?
What's that?
Star appearance on Supernatural.
Wow, that would be
I thought Sons of Anarchy.
Get right in with the guys.
He would.
I was thinking
that'd be a really good fit.
That's a good show. That's a good show too.
I'd like to see him on the Sons of Anarchy.
Fans out there could do a email flood to Supernatural producers.
Right.
We want to see Kane Hodder.
Absolutely. No, that's great. We're going to get that trending out tonight. Hell yeah. We're going to get hashtag Kane on Supernatural.
Yes.
And we're going to tag at CW Network in there too to get everybody getting that happening.
And if they don't, we're going to storm down the gates until they do.
Right. And just be like, why are you guys being dicks? Put them on there. That would be a great thing and people want to see it. All right, look, check this out. What people don't know is that you were actually in the original 1994 Crow movie, and they deleted the scene. Are you pissed about that? Because I'm fucking pissed about that. So you gotta be
bugs
pissed.
up our asses.
I'm fucking heated about this. Like how dare they? We've been edited out of shit, so I know what that feels like, and I fucking hate that.
And we get pissed.
So I just want to know or maybe you're better than us, and you're like, hey, you know what? I've learned to deal with it.
All right.
It's a part
Maybe
of
you
acting.
could give us some words of encouragement.
We're not legitimate actors. You're a legitimate actor. We just dabble. You do this shit for a living. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like
what I do on webcam when I'm naked is nothing like what you're doing today. It's just incomparable.
You know what I'm saying, though? But it's like, you know,
I do.
But
what happened with that was it was a wonderful experience to get to know Brandon, work with him, have dinner with him, chill out, talk about our parents, our growing up, how we love his story.
Yeah. His dad was Bruce Lee.
Happened?
How cool is that?
Yeah.
I would have said that to him. I would have had to.
Well, I did. I mean, we were very, very, very close.
That's awesome.
What happened was I was furious when I found out how he died.
Yeah.
And the people that I was furious with were the people that changed the laws in the state of North Carolina to where you can destroy labor unions, and the company was forced by labor laws in the state of North Carolina, this is my understanding, that after so many weeks of production, they could hire a local guy less money to do some of the stunts and the guns. It was basically the armorer. This is my understanding.
Skimping on the safety to save some money, for lack of better terms.
Exactly. And the guy was probably overwhelmed. And
from what
I got the phone call from my producer and director telling me what had happened. I just gotten off the phone with the National Enquirer and all the other rag sheets that somehow paid somebody money to get my unlisted phone number. And the first thing I heard out of their mouth was, hey, I have a call sheet. 3 Michaels were on the set. You're a Michael. Did you kill Brandon? And I wanted to rip him a new one, but I just said, hey, it looks like I'm going to switch to my other phone, and I just hung up on it.
Yep. Wow, you took the high road on that one.
Well, and I called a buddy who's a film historian, and I said, hey, Johnny, you got to come pick me up, and we're going to go to my friend's bar. It's 3 in the afternoon, and I said, you're going to have to drive me home because I'm a wreck right now. After I tell you what I got to tell you, I was in grief it was painful for months afterwards.
Oh, I can imagine.
But the reason we got cut out was because, Brandon got shot 2 days before I was to fly out. I had my plane ticket. I was supposed to fly out, and it was just going to be Brandon Lee and Michael Berryman doing the 3 confrontations where Eric Draven is confronted by Skull Cowboy, and I tell him early in the film, like when he comes out of the grave.
Cool. This is so fucking cool.
Footage.
Sorry, this is so fucking cool.
I was right there. We filmed that footage where I have a conversation with him, and he goes, "Who the hell are you?" He comes out of the grave because I arrived with the crow. Wow. And the crow taps on the gravestone, the blood comes down, it triggers him to be resurrected, and I explained to him, kill the ones that killed you both, or you will not be reunited with your beloved. And then there's a second time when he's starting to help Sarah and go after other bad people that did not have specific connections, and to the death of him and his fiancee. And then the third time is when we're in front of the cathedral, and I disintegrate, and then the crow leaves with me, but comes back at the end of the movie. Now, if you get the double DVD crow set,
I heard
there
that it's
is
on
deleted
there now.
footage, and you can see some of that. There's a book, Kitchen Sink Press publisher, where there's 4 pages dedicated to, it's called On the Cutting Room Floor, dedicated to the Skull Cowboy with some awesome pictures.
That sounds so cool.
When they went to do, I called production, I said, when you guys gear up to finish the movie, could we film those 3 confrontations, but we couldn't do it without Brandon's face. So it just didn't happen, and that's why they couldn't use any of our footage. So it was one of the toughest times I've ever had in this industry, and it was really unfair. And the guy was incredible, Brandon Lee.
Yeah, absolutely.
it was just a real fucked up situation, man.
Yeah, no, agreed.
I can't watch any of the remakes. I love the original.
Yeah.
My favorite scene is, and Rochelle Davis and I, we keep in touch. We're really close friends. Tony Todd, I see Tony all the time. But
that's awesome.
There's the scene when Darla is getting the heroin out of her arm, and Brandon says, "Heroin is bad for you. Mother is the name. God is the name for mother on the hearts and lips of all children. Go, your daughter needs you." And that was a local actress, and that scene was so compelling. I was right there next to the camera.
That dialogue is deep, though. That's why it was heartfelt. It was like, that was deep dialogue. I remember that shit. That's moving, you know.
Totally. That's what movies. That's what storytelling's about. Otherwise, you have Donald Trump.
I feel it.
Yeah.
I feel it.
That's a whole nother 5 questions. But
that's a whole nother time.
Right.
Be very afraid, America. Be very afraid.
Get
out and vote, please.
Right.
Now, when we do what we do as Twiztid, we get to wear makeup.
Right.
So,
what do you look like today?
Today we are white-faced demons.
Yes.
With the eyes of darkness.
Yeah, indeed.
Okay.
And one of us has no shirt, the other has no pants. That's for you to judge and find out who that is later on. But
we will move on. This is question number 1.
We get to take that makeup off and kind of hide from the popularity, so to speak. You don't get to do that. So is there ever a time where it becomes annoying to you? Like, okay, Jesus,
like,
I just want to eat my French toast.
Right. It's breakfast time. I understand, you know.
Or are you just all embracing? Like, we're human. So, we have our days.
I'll tell you a quick story. One night when it was around 1970. Let's see, when was that? Okay, well, I was in Santa Monica, and I went, and my brother and I decided to fire up a blunt, and we went to 31 Flavors, and we wanted ice cream.
That's awesome.
It was late, and there was only one other guy in the store, and it was Rod Serling.
Whoa! Get the fuck out.
So he's getting his ice cream, and he's ready to walk out. And I look at my brother, and we're kind of giggling a little bit, and my brother does this.
Right.
And Rod Serling looks at us and runs out the front door, and I go, that was stupid. So I chase after him to the curb, and he has a Lincoln Town Car, a driver, and he's smoking a cigarette, and I go, please, it's okay, don't be afraid of us, I just want to say thank you. And he goes, puts his foot on the bumper, smokes a cigarette, lights another one, he goes, thank me for what? I was really nervous and got a buzz going, and here's what I say. I go, your brain. And he goes, God, start the car. And I go, no, wait a minute. I'm nervous. And he's sort of smiling at this point. He's going, man, what are these stoners up to? And he goes, he looks at me and he raises his finger and he goes, what are you trying to tell me? And I exhale and I go, you tell really good stories. And then he said, which ones? Well, 25 minutes later, we're still talking about the henpecked husband that
wow.
And he's in the bank vault, and to the Shatner with the gremlin on the wing
Serling
of the airplane.
Smoked 2 packs in that time period.
And he was just so nice, and he goes, he says, well, thank you very much. He says, be looking for my new show. And I go, what's that going to be called? And he goes, it's going to be called The Night Gallery.
Nice.
Yeah.
And off he drove down San Vicente. We were right at 26th Street and San Vicente in Santa Monica.
That's cool.
And he's driving down into the fog, into the night.
What an amazing story.
And I go, wow, what are the odds of that ever happening again?
Right.
So that was really cool. Now, to get back to your question, when I was very young, I had skull surgery, reconstructive surgery, when I was like 5 years old. My dad was a very prominent brain surgeon. He got me a good doctor, and they cut my skull open and fabricated it. It grew back. The hair didn't come back. But I was gawked at as a kid, and not for being a celebrity. So it was ironic that I wind up, thanks to George Powell, getting into Doc Savage, and then Cuckoo's Nest was next. So I started to get attention, and for reasons that were a little bit different, but it was still visual. And then you start working with wonderful people. Like I worked with Paul Newman on his charities, and I started to meet people like Cheryl Ladd and Queen Latifah, and some rock and roll people that actually separate their persona and stage persona and invite you into their real world, which is like a lot of the wonderful charities. If you're making good scratch, then scratch somebody else's back. Instead of buying a Bentley or bling bling crap, why don't you set up a perpetual charity that really does good work, and the money doesn't all go through the administrator. It actually goes
to whatever you're trying to do. Yeah.
Right.
So that's the kind of involvement and family that I met on my second day actually, was Cuckoo's Nest, 127 days. So I got to meet all these really wonderful people, and a movie that could not be made even by Kirk Douglas in his prime because nobody wanted to deal with mental illness.
Wow.
I've been around sanitariums with my father being a neurologist when I was very young, and I started to see the decline in our health care in this country since the early 1950s, etc. And I'm going, wow, there is a humanity disconnect going on, you see. So what happened? I was given an opportunity to care for my family, to pay my bills, to pay my mortgage, because I had a lot of medical issues. I don't do heat well, and I had a lot of other things to deal with. So I lost a lot of jobs. I couldn't get my degree in college because I ran out of money, and times were tough. And I had a chance to do something else. I have a degree in art history, actually, a minor. And so art history turned into pictures turned into movies. I love to sing. I love all kinds of music. I knew Bob Dylan for a couple of years. Joni Mitchell, I met her a few times.
All iconic stoners.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
I know what you were doing.
Artists.
You were smoking weed with those
art.
people.
I can't live without art. So
That's awesome.
now when people come up and talk to me, I can discuss it. I like to take it right to where they're at. I appreciate what they comment about, but I have had a few situations. They're very rare. Like at a convention, we always do room service because someone will come up and want to take the fork out of your hand so they can sit down and just get a quick picture. And they're there for having a good weekend, a good time. So.
Yeah, but that's rude though. At a point,
Well,
it becomes rude. That was the whole.
Available.
That's the whole full circle of the question. It's like, do you find it annoying when people do that kind of thing? Because I understand it's like if it starts at a certain point of a day, we come into contact with things like that at some point, and it's like sometimes you have to. Do you say something? You know, you're having a meal, you're having a conversation, and people say, "I don't mean to bother you," but clearly they're going to. But I'm going to. I don't mean to, but I'm going to. And not only am I going to, right while you're about to put more food in your mouth. You know what I mean?
What I'll do, like sometimes if we're having dinner with maybe a bunch of us celebs, somebody we'll all kind of give each other a quick eye, and someone will speak up. A lot of times Sid Haig will be very polite. Yes. We'll just say, hey, look, after we have dessert, we'll meet you over there. You can buy us a drink, and then we can do some selfies and chit. But right now, we need to unwind a little bit and just have some fun. And 99% of the time, people, they just want to be acknowledged, and they go, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
And trust me, when you get to leave, we go do that.
And that's the thing,
There's a few rare exceptions when it's kind of crappy. Like I had a guy one time, I was with my gal at a nice place where you could have dinner and go dancing.
Right.
And I was with some friends of mine that were retired men in suits, men in black. I had a lot of friends in law enforcement. Anyway, we were there, and this guy was pretty drunk, and he started telling me that my girlfriend should be with him because I was so not as handsome as he was, and I'm being very, very polite.
Right, about how he was saying it, right. I got you.
So I'm just checking this guy out. I'm looking for bulges in his pockets, in his jacket, watching his hands. I've got a fork ready. You know, you never know.
You turned it into Pluto on him like you want it.
Right, we can take it to the hills if you want.
Right. Fuck yeah. That's right.
I know. So I have a cue that I always make if I'm out in public in a certain place, and I'll just tell the bouncer, I said, if I tug on my ear like this, that means please come over here and take Mr. Wonderful outside and have a conversation. But it's only happened on rare occasions, and that's nice. But and if somebody's just really plastered, I'll say, buy him a drink, and then I'll be right back, and then I just leave and go to my room.
That's awesome, because when they're really drunk around me, I go through their pockets and steal their wallets and their loose cash.
Well, conventions are fun, and if you're dressed up like you sound you are, then you're asking for attention.
Right. Oh, yeah. No, 100%.
We're actually hiding
it would be a
from
bummer
the
if they ignored you.
attention. Right, exactly. Well, it's Twiztid, so that's how we do it. Well, look, check it out. We want to thank you so much, for stopping by and for doing this with us here. And
letting us make you just talk your ear off a little bit.
Right. Hell yeah. That's awesome.
I enjoy it.
Hell yeah.
I really do. I just want to do a shout out to all my fans and say thank you for all the fan mail and shout outs on Facebook and all the many people that come up and share their stories at my table at a show. I know it means a lot to you, and it does mean a lot to me too.
Tell them about Smothered. Tell them about Smothered.
Yeah, hell yeah. Educate them real quick.
Well, Smothered is kind of a cool idea.
It's an amazing idea from John Schneider of the Dukes of Hazzard.
John Schneider, there's a story where, there's a horror convention in a little town, and there's some very foxy ladies that want to invite everybody to their place and maybe make a movie. So all I can say is that things go from bad to worse. So if someone is like saying, "Oh, I really like you," and this and that, and da-da-da-da-da-da. And,
so is this out yet or coming out? We got a release date for this?
I don't know. They were supposed to, if there's a DVD, they're supposed to send me one as per my contract.
We're going to post the trailer.
We're going to post up the trailer online and let everybody check it out.
Oh, good.
So they can see that.
It's a cute story.
Right.
It's very funny.
That's right.
The trailer had me cracking up.
That's amazing.
Yeah, John was a lot of fun.
Awesome. Well, we want to thank you again one more time, Michael Berryman, for stopping by.
This
has been 5 Questions with a Superstar on Ashtrays and Action Figures. And now let's get into this.